Hi, it's Claire and welcome to Needle Say More. Today I'm going to show you how to do decorative stitching using the monogramming foot. So if you open the compartment or your accessories pack, you will see the monogramming foot, which is the letter N. It has a large space to accommodate the needle moving from side to side for complicated stitches, and you can see on the bottom it's much smoother and has a wider channel to allow for bulkier stitches that may have a lot of thread in the intricate designs. So on my machine, if I press the one that looks like a leaf, I can press it once to access the first menu and twice to access the second menu. The first stitch I'm going to show you is this floral design. You'll find as you're sewing across the length of your material, some of the stitches are quite complicated, so do take a lot of time because they have several stitches that make up the design. So you can see here the needle's moving very quickly to create lots of different stitches and lots of different shapes within the floral design. This would make a great trim or decorative edge for a range of different projects. You might see stitches like this on decorative pillows or on children's wear. So it's a really nice stitch for adding detail to any special projects. Favourite stitch, which is the little crocodile. It is a very ridiculous stitch that I don't need to use in day-to-day sewing, but it's a great little touch to add to things. So I'm using a red thread on the calico so that you can see the stitch really clearly. So once it's come to the end of the stitch, my machine will naturally stop, and then I can remove it to see the stitches. With my machine, when it starts to come to the end of the stitch, you'll see it start to slow down. It'll stop with the needle down, ready to be removed. And this is how I know it's finished. So there it is, the little crocodile. It's so frivolous and ridiculous, but I absolutely love that stitch. The next one I wanted to show you is a leaf design. It is still intricate because it has the stems of the leaves, but because the stitches aren't as dense, it moves much quicker across the length of the fabric. And you can see the difference in speeds and how quickly the machine is able to do different stitches. So depending on your project, you might want a decorative stitch that's very dense and heavy like the floral, or a little bit lighter like the leaf stitch. The last stitch that I wanted to show you on the machine is the alphabet. So if I press the A button, then I can access all the letters of the alphabet. So depending on the letter, it's a number. So A is 1, B is 2. So if I program in each number, it will create a word on the screen, which can then be stitched into the fabric. There are different settings for different fonts, which worked really well when I first had the machine, but it is now, because it's quite old, struggles to cope with all the different fonts. Only some of them are as clear as they need to be. It is really great for creating names or personalised messages onto projects. It's not quite as detailed and professional as a specialised embroidery machine, but it is really great at creating small words or names on a project to make it really personalised. So you can see here I'm typing out needle, so it does the shape of each letter, and they are all connected with a small stitch, which is a little bit looser and can be snipped off at the end. Again, when it's about to finish, it goes slower and comes to a stop. It's an easy way to do text without having to do it by hand.